Let's give all these graduates a hand. Days like today, now we might not be jumping up and down like Sister Penn and showing our excitement in that way, but what we are on the inside at minimum.
Amen.
What this represents for the church as a whole is a marvelous thing. And so I kind of said that earlier. Now I'm a little lost for words. Because and I know families understand this. You family members have prayed. You family members have sacrificed. You family members have gone through the dark days and the days when it seemed like there was no hope. And so today you get to see, you have some hope, and you get to see what God can do and will do. But it's the same thing for this church family as well. We applaud you family members, and I want everybody to give these family members a big hand. Because watch this, we know they didn't get here without being on your prayers. And your support and your sacrifice. And so we thank you. I want to thank this staff. Brother Bussy, Sister Penn, those two, and you know what? Everybody that has in any way teaches a class, comes to support, to pray. I want to thank you personally. This church thanks God for you, because and I knew when these sisters started coming here, I said the brothers better watch out, because I knew that the women at Golden Gate were just going to embrace and love and do like you guys do. And so you've done it, and I see your presence here. I think the other thing is, I've talked about you as clients and you as family members in this church. I was, everywhere I go and I'm hanging out with other pastors, like this week, Thursday and Friday, and I missed this morning because I wanted to be here, at a leadership conference with pastors from around this region, some out of the country. And the question was asked, I was sitting around a table with about 20, 30 pastors last night eating, and they asked the question, the leader asked, what is God doing in your church? That was easy. That was an easy question for me. As a matter of fact, I try to restrain myself and don't say it, because we're known as the recovery church, and everybody doesn't like that. But for me, the recovery church means we're doing what God said we're supposed to be doing. And every time I can tell the story about you, and 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 about that fact, the Menges family, every time I can tell that story, people, pastors, leaders from around the country are simply amazed at what God does and is doing through this ministry. And that's you. They all not here. They up in Frisco and McKinney, and they're doing all this great stuff. But you know what? This is where it happens. Amen. This is where it's going on. This is what God does in everybody's life. Who you will let God do it. He'll do it. The last thing I want to say is this. On a personal note, anytime I get to see you do what you do, you graduates and you clients, who come and are so transparent and let us see your stuff and allow us to be a part of what God is doing in your life. That is such an encouragement and a powerful thing. You don't know the powerful impact that you have on people like me who get to see your courage to face your issue and let God do it. there's so many of us church folk that got stuff that we hide, and we won't allow God to do it. Every time I see one of you guys, and I have a day like today, I'm encouraged and I'm hopeful, and I praise God that you came with a sign on. I threatened to go and get church one time that everybody, not just the people who are in recovery, but everybody that came in the door one day was going to have to wear a sign that says what they stuff was. I hadn't done it yet, but I threatened a couple of times. Some of them got to come in saying I'm a liar. Some of them got to come in with a sign saying I stole from the job. Some got to come in and say I've been cheating. But you guys come in with a sign. Everybody knows it. And yet through it all, you've let God do amazing things. So I congratulate you. I pray for you. And you know what? We got to say here. We are looking for even greater things. Amen?